G'day, it's Shane here, and welcome to another episode of Lonely Grape TV, and thank you for helping me bring McLaren Vale wines to the world. For those that have been reading my blog for the last few weeks, I have been doing a rather lengthy review of the D'Arenberg Cellar Door, or the wines available at the D'Arenberg Cellar Door. It's lengthy because there's 35 wines available for tasting, and seeing the wines are of such high quality, I made a very conscious decision to try them all. Not all in one go, mind you, but tried them all in over 2 tasting periods. I thought I'd round off these blog entries from talking about D'Arenberg wines excuse me, to come up with some wines that I could do as a video tasting, but I thought I'd do something different. They have just released or re-released a 3-pack of the Custodian. The Custodian, for those that know D'Arenberg wines, is a Grenache wine from the McLaren Vale region. And look, Grenache has been a major part of D'Arenberg since 1927. So I think they know a little bit about Grenache. This particular pack, and I've actually got the pack just here. The pack is called the 3 Soils, and they've actually made, from the 2002 vintage, made wines, 3 separate wines in approximately the same manner from 3 different soil types to give us a range of understanding of what soil can do to different varieties and the wines from those varieties. So we have 3 different soil types, 3 different wines, 2002 vintage. And I've been told by the people at the cellar door that these wines are drinking absolutely lovely now, so I'm really looking forward to it. Before I get stuck into the wines, I thought I'd actually do a little reading from the back cover about what the 3 soil types are. So we have loam. This wine is made from grapes grown in the deep, rich loam soils of McLaren Flat, where the climate is slightly warmer. The loam soil yields a little more shoot length than the other soil types, and berry size is slightly bigger. The dynamics of the water availability produce a wine fleshy and fruity, mid-weight and slightly more open as a young wine, and slightly smaller tannin structure than the other 2. The deep sand soils are largely found in the sub-region called Blewett Springs, and I've mentioned Blewett Springs to viewers of Lonely Grape TV before. It is slightly cooler here, and in some years ripening is delayed by several weeks. The deep root structure in this poor soil copes well with drought. With little shoot vigour, the resultant wine displays a distinct floral fragrance, spiciness and gritty, flowery tannins, and is slightly closed wine when young, but has the longest palate of the wines in the 3 soils pack. Looking forward to that comment, or seeing how that comment goes regarding about when the wines are young, because obviously they've got a bit of age on them now. And sand on clay. The sandy soil in the sand on clay vineyards is only about 30 centimetres deep, enough to insulate the mostly impervious clay from cracking and drying out. Mild limestone allows roots through the clay. There's just enough moisture and lots of micronutrients available to the vines, such that the grapes retain turgidity and in turn lots of flavour. This combined with the slightly warmer nights produces a full-bodied, tannic, ripe wine. So I'm actually going to taste the 3 wines in that particular order as well. So we'll go with the loam. So you can see here the 2002 Custodian, the loam. It's got a few bronze medals on there. So let's try out the wanky thing. You can definitely smell some aged characters coming through. There's less fruit and more of this combined infusion between the oak and the fruit. There's some red fruits that you can smell in there, definite red fruits. So this one was saying, okay, large berry type, so this should be a slightly lighter wine than the others. Oh, that's nice. That really is nice. So I actually tried their currently released Custodian, which I think was a 2006. So this is 4 years older. There's some lovely structure there. So it starts with a bit of fruit. You get the there's a little bit of perfuminess coming through. The red fruits, you can see the red fruit characters, but the fruit's not dominating as much anywhere near like the current release wine, and it's all marrying together nicely with some lovely oak. Not quite as lengthy as I'd hoped, but then again, this is considered the least lengthy of the three wines, so I do look forward to the other two. And yeah, really nice. You can taste the berries, but it's not this real upfront fruit character. It's not chemically. There's a real marriage with the oak, and it has seen French and American oak, and yeah, that is lovely. And I agree with the cellar door guys that this wine is ready for drinking right now. Now I'm going to do this in 2 parts, so this is end of part 1, and we look forward to next week when I release part 2.